Shine Bright Promotions present Hype Over Fashion. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings. Birthday Celebration.
Thick man, badam, bumbo, clock rich.
Spring Color Sexy Edition. Hype Over Fashion. Saturday, May 30th, 2026 at 440 S. Charlton Road, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Music by Fire Impact International, Alliance Family, DJ Reds, and Negus British. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings. Birthday Celebration. Spring Color Sexy Edition. On Saturday, May 30th. Doors open from 10 p.m. This event is sponsored by Shine Bright Promotion. Let's Talk to Things TV, FF5's Radio, and Eventually Consultancy.
Just fuck a girl from Brooklyn. Stush thing.
Well, what a brand new day, boy. I like do road and see if I could link one of me brethren them, boy. Cause you done this the weekend. I see if I could link my dog. We're going on broski, we're going on germs, everything good. You white day, so you know it's Friday and you don't know we ready for party, dog. Yeah, so you don't know we got hit a club tonight. Yeah, bro, you don't know we got party. But if we're going on germs, it's something I want to tell you long. Remember, as a brethren, it's gotta be real to your brethren them. Them spot on your face, bro. You gotta do something about them thing, buddy, on a real life level, bro. You know, we don't admire man and them thing, but you're my G, you understand? But I like you and I trying for get a cream or get something for sort out this thing with G and me finding nothing. Germs here we're going on. You know is your dog. I got a solution. You ever hear about the skincare solution for all ages? What skincare solution for all ages you're talking about, man? Yeah, germs. I got a sister named Shelly Campbell. She got a skincare for all ages. It's the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, bro. I'm using it. Bro, you don't tell me nothing all the time. By germs, I trying to let you know what's going on like you don't dep or nothing, dog. So here we're going on. Collect this number and call the woman, buddy. Where's the number, bro? The number is 917-602-8456. Or you could follow her on IG at MK_Shelly3. Yeah, telling you? 917-602-8456. Germs, why you gonna call this woman and get your package, bro? Yo, again, and do the now. No more land. Tell we cancel this party tonight. I mean, they in them thing, but I want this thing go away. You understand? So again, I call Shelly? No.
Mind your business, make money.
Oh, not again, man, not again. Chaja, I got to get this engine fixed. Oh, shucks. Hey, like call me, bro. Hey, what going on there? What going on, germs? Hey, days, dog. Right now, me head hot to me, bro. Me engine ain't starting. Where me engine ain't starting? Not the other day you fix your engine. But I mean, nobody's man ain't do a good work or what, right? I want to know what part I could get me engine fixed, bro. Alright, don't say 40. I got to help you out, because you know you're my brother. Excitement. Hey, what going on? It's all about E174 General Auto Repair Inc., bro. These man, them specialize in everything when it comes to your car, your engine, your wheel, you know what I mean? Your carburetor. Whatever it is, bro, these man is the man, them go fix your vehicle. Alright, well, like no part these people, them there, man. These people are located at 5731 Cooper Avenue, yeah, Glendale, Queens. You understand? You could contact them on 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723 or 646-972-8828. It is enough number. Well, all three them number, you must get onto them, man. You'll never going on me wasting no more time about it. I gonna deal with this engine now. Alright, do your thing, germs. You don't know. It's all about E174 General Auto Repair Inc. Best auto mechanic them. Definitely, guys. You understand? Alright.
Me darker than midnight. Me darker than cool.
I forget everything I plug out the mic. Cause just now I didn't know really when going on. It's just a dry the thing no strip. I was like, what? Satan is a busy man, eh? So I could have go my bed and sleep, but I say you know something now. Forward. So let me see who gonna roll in and who gonna step in. You understand? Like I said, we're going up to 11:30. So we can jump straight into the show. Cause you don't know it goes already, right? Like we said, we got Norton exposing the ambassador. We got Top Cop getting exposed also. All right, so we're going to run straight into them two topics we got. Quick and fast. And deal with things. Yeah, telling you? APNU for you. Speak up everybody that definitely going to roll back in the building. It's all right. Everything is all right. All right, so here we're going now. We're not going to waste no time. Let's jump straight into the show with Mr. Norton addressing what the U.S. ambassador basically said. Yeah, baby?
I'm on TV.
No TV. Time for sleep. Let's get into this, guys.
By the leader.
Here comes now.
APNU opinion on the U.S. ambassador's pronouncements
No TV.
on Guyana and a worry about the legitimate concerns of the Guyanese people. The APNU has taken note of the comments made by United States Ambassador Nicole Theriot on Sources program, where she said she believes the Ali administration has the Guyanese people's best interests at heart, praised the scale of infrastructure work across the country, defended the use of oil revenues for major projects, and argued that improved roads and connectivity will better the personal circumstances of the Guyanese people. Her Excellency forgets her own Secretary of State's view that the Heroes Highway was poorly built, and in describing it as, quote, concussion road, unquote. Nothing has changed since. We are aware that the ambassador must pursue her government's interests, and at present, the U.S. interest is being promoted above Guyana's by the PPPC regime, and therefore, she is happy with its present posture. The APNU wishes to remind the Irfan regime that the U.S. does not have permanent friends, only permanent interests, and that Guyana needs to recognize this fact and act appropriately.
And if it's one thing, I love hearing this from Norton. Definitely, I'm not going to tell no lie. I love hearing Norton addressing this. So this is something that I really love what I hear. You know what I mean? Because we know for a fact that the U.S. ambassador was sugarcoating. And like I said, she sound like she there on the payroll, allegedly. This is how she sung. Because even remembering when she was asked about Mohammed before the election, and she said that they could work around things. Now when she come again, she end up saying that, they ready for this, and it's going to be a problem if a man go in power and this, and you understand? So of course we don't know the yard already, so I love what Norton doing here, so straight as we go down to the show. 11:30 we going up to.
The APNU wishes to note the emergence of U.S. interests and involvement in the oil sector in Venezuela, and that this fact should influence our foreign policy. While we welcome the support of the U.S. government for the legitimate concerns of the Guyanese people, we find it unfortunate that the ambassador will appear to support a government that continually refuses to deliver voter biometrics and a clean voters list, fails to implement one of the recommendations for electoral reform as recommended by the international community, especially those recommended by the EU Election Observer Mission, all of which are critical to democracy in Guyana. Or has the U.S. abandoned its commitments to their democratic principles? We ask the question, has the U.S. government abandoned its desire to see the back of corruption by supporting a government categorized by reputable transparency and accountability international agencies as one of the most corrupt in the world? The latest global indices 2023 to 2025 noted on Guyana's effectiveness report that Guyana scores 40 and is ranked 87 out of 180 countries and is given a C grade on corruption. Is
Really? Is what Ross say here in here, somebody? No, pull up. What?
Those recommended by the EU Election Observer Mission, all of which are critical to democracy in Guyana? Or has the US abandoned its commitments to their democratic principles?
Aye.
We ask the question, has the US government abandoned its desire to see the back of corruption by supporting a government categorized by reputable transparency and accountability international agencies as one of the most corrupt in the world? The latest global indices 2023 to 2025 noted on Guyana's effectiveness report that Guyana scores 40 and is ranked 87 out of 180 countries and is given a C grade on corruption. Is that a government that should be supported? The APNU has no doubt that the US has
Can we do? Well, if this is what Norton they're saying here, so, and I didn't even know the matter ranking. Well, I know the government got ranking for corruption because if them say Venezuela corrupt, so a couple other countries why here corrupt, even down to Burkina Faso they corrupt until Abraham Traore take over. So it's not like if it's Guyana alone corrupt, but for hearing that all the ranking that we get, this shit is crazy. See. Wow.
noted on Guyana's effectiveness report that Guyana scores 40 and is ranked 87 out of 180 countries and is given a C grade on corruption. Is that a government
This crazy.
that should be supported? The APNU has no doubt that the US has diplomatic panache and therefore respectfully submits that foreign diplomats should not appear to validate an incumbent administration in a way that brushes the legitimate concerns of the Guyanese people, especially at a time when the US government is fighting drugs and drug trafficking, and many previously and presently associated with the corrupt PPP regime are under US.
We are saying about duh. This a crazy statement Norton make there. This not no play statement. This hardball. This hardball. No joke. Because indeed, you know what I mean? Indeed, we're not insane. And I be insane too. You know me, but you know me really want to get too in depth with the US. It's America I live. But that, no, sir. Big up Donald Trump, big up the US. I love the US. I love America. Big up yourself. I'm an American citizen. Big up yourself. But no, on a real life level, you sight man. So that left me wondering what could be going on there. If all of this guy now with Guyana, we get ranked 40 and then C for the out of 100 and whatever country with corruption. You're trying to tell me nobody ain't seen that on the outside, only we? It's not me saying guy ranking is Norton. So the PPP, the PPP government, or should we say the supporters, are you guys gonna say Norton lying? I don't mean no. Crazy. It's real crazy. I'm not gonna tell a lie. Let me jump back into it.
Security enforcement radar. We in the APNU state without fear of contradiction that the PPPC regime does not work in the interest of the people of Guyana. Our conclusion is based on the evidence of everyday life, the increase in poverty, the absence of public accountability, the infrequent convening of the National Assembly, and the paucity of positive national outcomes. The US ambassador is reminded that the government of Guyana has diminished public accountability by changing the legislation governing the Public Accounts Committee, and therefore there is little or no scrutiny of public spending. Has the US government removed accountability as an essential element of good governance? We hope not. Yes, roads and bridges matter. Our manifesto speaks clearly of the importance and our plans on
Yes.
infrastructure.
Yeah, man.
But government cannot continue to sell a theory of development in which physical infrastructure alone is proof of national progress.
Real talk.
Albeit poorly done public infrastructure, while elevated levels of poverty persist in Guyana. The same week that the US ambassador was making her comments, Guyanese were dealing with serious flooding in Georgetown and surrounding communities. A government that cannot keep communities better protected ahead of the rainy season cannot simply ask the nation to admire concrete and asphalt.
I telling you.
It will be remiss of the APNU if we do not remind the US ambassador that the US has publicly committed to upholding the rule of law. We wonder if the erosion of the rule of law in Guyana is off the US radar. The US must be aware of the extrajudicial killings by the Guyana police force and the unfulfilled commitment by the president to have these matters investigated. It is opposite to note here that the said global indices report, that in the global indices report on Guyana, Guyana scores minus 0.3, is ranked 110 and given a C- grade as it relates to upholding the rule of law. The US must know that Guyana is currently ruled by an elected dictatorship that does not govern based on the rule of law. The PPPC cannot claim a coherent people-centered agenda when human development concerns are so acute. Local reporting this week pointed to 11 children missing in just 2 months, while UNICEF says Guyana Child's Protection System handled 4,069 violence-related cases involving children in 2024. These are not side issues. They go to the core of whether development is reaching families, protecting children, and strengthening social systems. The government also cannot escape scrutiny by pointing to the size of its budget. Budget 2026 totals Guyana $1.558 trillion, with Guyana $196.3 billion Guyana dollars earmarked for roads and bridges. Guyana 183.6 billion for education, and Guyana 166.1 billion for health. The issue is not only how much is being spent, but is also whether spending is coherent, accountable, and effective. If people still face flooding, social insecurity, weak protection systems, and uneven service delivery, then the administration has not earned sweeping praise with words that include moving in the right direction. Among the issues addressed by the ambassador was Guyana accepting third country deportees. This is something Guyana is unprepared for. And as a small developing state, the costs outweigh the benefits. We cannot properly take care of crime in Guyana, but are agreeing to accept foreign criminals. That is unacceptable. APNU notes the ambassador has raised the issue of negotiating taxation as affecting US companies in Guyana, and that is all right. We in the APNU appreciate the healthy relations Guyana enjoys with the United States and will keep those relations. However, we believe that our interests must also be promoted. In this regard, there should be negotiations for Guyana to get more benefits from oil in Guyana, and the US must be supportive of such actions. We also appreciate the democratic aspirations and sovereignty that we Guyanese enjoy in holding our government accountable to the desires of the people. Guyana's own human development position shows that the national task is still unfinished. The latest UN data places Guyana at rank 89 with a human development index of 0.776 in 2023. That means the real work of development is still ahead of us. Stronger public institutions, safer communities, better protection for children, resilience to climate shocks, and measurable improvements in people's lives are still to be achieved. APNU therefore rejects any simplistic narrative that equates visible infrastructure with good governance. We reject the suggestion that criticism of the government is somehow short-sighted because we caution that, I quote, you can't eat a road, unquote. Guyanese understand the value of infrastructure. What they also understand is that roads do not substitute for a livable income, accountability, flood preparedness, child safety, social protection, competent government, and an absence of corruption. The Guyanese peoples always appreciate partners abroad who respect our internal democratic scrutiny but question commentary that sounds like political certification for a regime that is incompetent, divisive, corrupt, and still has many transgressions against the people to answer. APNU is and will continue to advocate for cohesive development policies that will benefit the Guyanese people. APNU shall remain a principal party in engagements with all foreign ambassadors. Thank you.
Thank you.
You understand? I'm big up Mr. Norton with that because Norton really stand out with what they're saying there, and I'm proud of that. You understand? For know that somebody step up and let the ambassador know that all this foolishness, you know what I mean, that she's saying there to people who got common sense, like lifestyle is saying, no brains. People who got brains. You understand? Guyana is 50-something% under poverty. And you talking about infrastructure. Like, yeah, we thank for the infrastructure because then this is why I say, I've been saying that ever since I started. Every government, anybody that go into government, that's what they need to do. We need to get new roads. We need to get, even if a new bridge they had to build in Muhammad name or not in Muhammad in power or Norton in power or a man's in power. You know what I mean? If it had to happen like that, it had to happen. I embrace upgrading, enhancing, development. I embrace those things. But that is not the substance of life. Want to the people them. Want the people them when getting justice. Want to the Exxon Mobil. They got a lot of things going on. She does sugarcoating and making it look like if you know what I mean, like no, you can't do the two. We too smart. You know what I mean? We too smart and we too clever, bro. And we embrace the US, like Norton said. Yes, all the time we doing business with the US. But the US got to know we Guyanese rules because nobody can come and bully US. This is all I'm saying. Nobody can come and bully the US. Is the US is do bullying. So if Guyana could put on the foot and say, yo, this is it, we partner with you about so. It's Norton basically, you know what I mean, enlightening and let people know that, oh, yo, ambassador, come on, you gotta do better than that. You got to do better than that. They ain't gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Yeah, baby? Yes. Excuse me? Yes, what's wrong? Give on. Give on. Go and sleep. No. All right, we're gonna jump straight over to the exposing corruption because we can jump out here in a few. And tomorrow we definitely gonna be back here. So for those persons who don't know right now, you know what I mean? It look like everybody there out having a little fun, you know what I mean? Tonight is Friday night, y'all don't know we doing. We kick off nice. The devil is a busy man, you know. Telling you. But the show must go on. Let me get this out to the way quick and fast and we out here. So like I said, we're going up to that 11:30 hours 10:42. Before we jump into the bad cap, hold on there. Cause 11:30 we're going up to so. Hi Daddy. Hi baby. Like we say, see the thumbnail, the title, yeah, I see what we got going on. So we're gonna jump into this here, so whereby persons are still contemplating with this woman taking her kid's life. You understand? More persons have come forward, yes, and being saying, yo, something wrong. So we got Eternity Enterprises, so definitely come to shine some light on the situation. And you know it goes already, guys. Let's jump into this.
We have to be careful when we're choosing people for long-term relationship and dating and marriages and for procreation. When we're choosing the person that we're going to have children with, we need to have them evaluated psychologically. This is why I always say, you got to piss the person that saying that they love you off at least one time before you decide to get really, really, really serious with them and decide to put your life in their hands and put your children's life in their hands. Now read the headline. Barbados woman kills 7-year-old daughter and attempts to kill 1-year-old son. You guys see the article, the 5th of April. This clearly shows that you don't only have to be careful of the men now, ladies. You got to be careful of the people that you're letting in your space long term, because you never know. The person that right next to you could be a monster. Anyway, let's read the article. A 26-year-old woman, and this is a young woman. 26 is so young. A 26-year-old woman from Quarantine, Barbados, is on the police guard after allegedly strangling her 7-year-old daughter to death and attempting to kill her 1-year-old son. The woman, Sarah Shiv Prasad, was rushed to the hospital after inflicting injuries on herself. The incident unfolded on Sunday morning in the village of Farish in Quarantine, Barbados. The dead child has been identified as Isabella Dabadial. According to reports, a number of persons became concerned on Sunday morning after the woman posted a photograph on social media with herself and her 2 children, declaring that it would have been their last photograph together, as she asked to be forgiven. Some persons who recognized her raised an alarm and rushed to the home where the discovery was made. There are reports that Chef Prasad had complained about going through a tough time at home after her reputed husband left the home and did not return for several days. She reportedly worked as a government 10-day worker in the community. She remains under police guard as a full investigation has been launched into the murder of her young daughter and the attempted murder of her son. There should be nothing on earth that should make you want to hurt your own child. This is terrible. This woman is psychotic. But I would definitely say we gotta learn what we gotta learn from this. And anytime you see the person that you considering to take seriously in a relationship demonstrate any kind of violence or potential to be violent, you gotta take these kind of things seriously, because it just might save your life or save your future children's life. Now, brothers and sisters, remember, once the person that you're considering having serious long-term relationship with and have children with demonstrate potential for violence, it's a good time for you to consider getting a psychological evaluation done on that person. And I always personally say, you got to see your partner at their worst before you decide to promote them to having children and all these type of things. But young people today, they make children so fast, because this is her daughter. She made this girl at 19. You understand? And it's sad. Rest in peace to the child, and condolences to the rest of the family that were affected by this. But we have to learn what we have to learn from it, and what we need to know is, when we consider a serious relationship and dating and procreation, all these things, make sure you know the psychological position of the person you're considering to do this with. This is an Eternity Enterprise presentation. Y'all stay.
It's crazy. Gotta be careful with people who you're really making kids with now these days. And like I said, she ain't no with name, no mental nothing. Something wrong with her. Something definitely wrong with she. Rest in peace to the child. Yeah, man, it is how it is. But y'all don't know what it is, man. Big up everybody that definitely tune in tonight, man. Y'all don't know. Right? All right. That's right, man. Rest in peace. Like I said, really sad for know that. Yo, I try picturing myself and can't ever picture myself harming me daughter or me son or none of me children them in any other way. Most less holding them by the neck and strangling them or putting something in the face to strangle them. Because I could imagine how she was really trying to suffocate them. If it's with a pillow over the face or whatever. It's crazy, boy. I see you for man. I sorry, boy. If a woman do me, though, me know I might on a live share. I might do she something wrong for know that she killed we child for me. When she could go and get her next man. And then you gonna blame and say because you didn't have food and I left the house. I going to jail for you. I going to jail for you. Straight up. They got no if buts or maybe with them. I going to jail. Because this foolishness, bro. And then for hear this story turn around and twist around, now you hear that too. She cook food and all them thing. And then playing a game with people, but she didn't have food in house. Then still wake up with the handcuff punch your hand here saying, what happened? What happened? Come on, man. You playing a game. The baby father don't say you try manipulating with these children them all the time. All the time. So it's not nothing strange or nothing new. What's wrong? Go on with man. Go and lie down. It's right, man. Yeah, it's real hard trending on a real life level. You see me? Straight. Anyway, let me jump into this pieces and then we can clock out because you don't know the thing already.
Reported here, news source, this is yesterday. They say Assistant Superintendent of Police under probe over violent threats against man. An Assistant Superintendent of Police is under investigation by the Police Force's Office of Professional Responsibility. Office of Professional Responsibility again. After he was captured on camera while
when I hear the name, I was laughing. So there's a new name now, them add to the police force. Office of Professional. The Guyana Police Force Office of Jesus Christ.
while off duty, threatening to take the life of another man during a confrontation. In a statement, the Guyana Police Force said it has taken note of the video, which is circulating on social media. The police said the conduct displayed in the video by the senior police officer has been brought to the attention of the Commissioner of Police, who has since directed the Office of Professional Responsibility to immediately commence a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. The Ghana Police Force said professional conduct, restraint, and accountability are expected of all ranks, whether on or off duty, and any behavior found to be inconsistent with the standards of the force will be addressed in accordance with the law and established disciplinary procedures. The force said it remains committed to upholding the highest standard of professionalism and public trust and treats all allegations of misconduct with the seriousness they warrant. The incident reported took place outside a nightclub over the weekend, and the policeman could be heard issuing threats and using several expletives against another man as the two argued. By now, everybody see this, but just in case you didn't see it, let me show you the video of this incident. Where is it? Let me, I have it somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, bear with me, man. Hold. Bear. This thing has got mixed up sometime. Here it is. Here we go.
You know me? I'm getting this fucking morning, buddy. I can't move.
No, man.
Vietnam come out and show us back here.
Now, there's such a disturbing scene. It's such a disturbing. The person there in the black, look, this is a senior police. Well, not senior. Let me understand this thing clearly. They talk about.
We understand about the senior and non-senior.
The police, they conduct display the video of a senior police officer. Let me make the distinction here. Because I understand the officer holds the rank of assistant superintendent. And for civilians, and then, yeah, you're senior. But in terms of the rank structure in the force, he is not considered a senior. He's a junior officer. So you have constables, you have subordinate officers, junior subordinate officers. Junior subordinate officers are lance corporals and corporals. Then you have senior subordinate officers, sergeant, inspector, chief inspector. They are senior subordinate officers. Then you have junior officers who are cadet officers, assistant superintendent, the rank that this person holds, and deputy superintendent. They are junior officers. Then you have senior officers from the rank of superintendent all the way to commissioner. So that's senior. So let me get it straight. We like to teach. People very flippantly call someone get a 1 stripe or a 2 stripe. He's a senior officer. No, he's not. You have constables, you have junior subordinate officers or junior SOs, and those people are lance corporals and corporals. Then you have senior subordinate officers. In the police, we call them subordinate officers. In the army, they say NCOs, non-commissioned officers. But in police, they are subordinate officers. And a senior subordinate officer is a sergeant, inspector, and a chief inspector. Then you have junior officers. Junior officers are cadet officers, they're celebrate assistant superintendent on probation. But as I've said before, there's no rank name assistant superintendent on probation. The rank is assistant superintendent, and then you have deputy superintendent. They are junior officers. And then from a superintendent, senior superintendent, assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, and commissioner, they are senior officers, right? They are senior officers. Somebody asked about station sergeant. No, they're no longer station sergeant in the rank of station sergeant in the police force. There's no longer the rank, because even though the law, the Police Act 1601 caters for the rank of station sergeant, that was phased out sometime. It was brought back in during Larry Lewis' time, and then it was phased out. So you don't have a rank that you call station sergeant. You have sergeants who hold the office or the appointment of station sergeant, but they're still 3 stripes. In the days when you had the rank of station sergeant, they wore 3 stripes and a crown. So you don't have that now. I hope that answers the question. So the man is not a senior officer. He's an officer, right? Junior officer. Wow. But let me go on.
Well, if he's a junior officer and behaving like that, I thought assistant superintendent is some big thing, but now this man break it down pass slow, break it down to we. Making Joe, education is the key, boy. I'm glad to hear the know.
And it's just to clarify and to teach and all these things. You understand? Because we just teach. Now, the police note that this man, he was captured. The police said he was off duty. What I got to do with it? Whether he's on duty or off duty? The man is behaving in a despicable manner, and they're trying to make a distinction. Well, he wasn't.
I think it's more. I think it's worse. He being off duty and behaving so the big gun anyways.
On duty, he was off duty, so maybe he could be forgiven, or maybe the offenses that were committed weren't that serious because he was off duty. And then they say which is the standard thing, the commissioners directed the Office of Professional Responsibility to investigate. Now, there are several things to say about that. Several things. Now, first of all, the incident that we saw there, is not only a disciplinary matter.
There,
It is. We saw criminal conduct there as well, threatening behavior and all of that, right? Indecent language. We saw that, and I was asked the question yesterday or sometime, right, about whether or not the Office of Professional Responsibility can investigate such a matter. Yeah, listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. I was asked the question whether, given what we saw there, that display, whether the Office of the OPR, Office of Professional Responsibility, can investigate. And let me tell you all this. Listen carefully, and I explain. Yes, they can investigate. Yes, they can investigate. But they can only investigate the criminal nature of the incident. So in other words, the threats and the indecent language, they can investigate, because anybody can investigate that. You don't have to have a particular rank. I explain this, and the older students will understand what I'm saying. Because once a rank, any rank, commits a breach any one of the statutes, the criminal statutes and so on, anybody can investigate. Anybody can investigate. So if OPR is investigating, and they're investigating the fact that he threatened the man and the fact that he's using expletives, yes, they can do that. But if they want to investigate any other part, they have no authority to investigate that, none whatsoever. They can't conduct any investigation under the Police Discipline Act, Chapter 1701, none. Because it is clear, the law is clear, that in order for you to investigate the matter, you have to be at the rank of sergeant. And in any event, you have to be of a higher rank than the person who is alleged to have committed the offense against discipline. This man is an assistant superintendent. Primus is his name. An assistant, I see they're all over. So I'm revealing him. You know, like you say, you reveal people's name and so on. It is all over social media. Primus, right? Is the man who Colin Primus, I think is his name. He's an assistant superintendent. Currently, the person in charge of the Office of Professional Responsibility, Baird, is a superintendent, and he is on leave. He is on annualized vacation leave. The man who is holding the office there, I understand, is an assistant superintendent on probation. So they can't investigate no disciplinary matter. But even if Baird had been there, the Office of Professional Responsibility does not have the legal authority to investigate any disciplinary matter on their own. Constitution says so. It's not Parslow says so. Constitution says that. And the correct procedure, and I know it well, because I designed, I sat there along with other members of the commission, and we designed what is the procedure step by step.
Yeah, man. Thanks everybody for definitely tuning in, man. This is what we're going to pull the curtain down. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. We're going to be back here tomorrow and full up on some more stuff we got to full up on. But until then, man, we out. Don't know the thing. Go stay blessed, stay safe, man.